Hey guys, so today we're going to be learning how to make a class website on Google Sites. And I'm really excited to show you this form of organizing all your resources, whether you are doing remote learning in the coming fall or you're doing in-person or blended. This is a great way to display all your information in one. And the great thing about this is that it uses all the Google apps. So if you already have Google Classroom, you are familiar with using the quizzes on there and assignments. This is a great way to display all that. If you are not familiar with Google Classroom, I can also do more videos to where it explains how to set one up. This is another way that you can also incorporate any other URLs or any other resources that you have, whether you use Google Classroom or not. But if you use Google Classroom, it's a bonus. So what we're looking at right now is pretty much a rough draft of what I've made. Here's the home page, and it has my name. Like I said, this is a rough draft, but here I have pretty much an introduction of, hey, this is my class, this is who I am, contact information. This is a great way as well for you to display any classwork that the parents can actually see and have access to. So here I have different tabs. We have the about. I can do about me, and here I have just a rough draft of, a little bit telling the kiddos about me. And then we can click on, I teach Spanish 1 and 3, but I'm only going to go over Spanish 1 today. Here you can write your syllabus. I went ahead and just kind of core description, anything like that you want to put. You can also have a calendar page. So here you can implement your Google Calendar and your students can see any assignments, events, projects, whatever that's coming up in your class that's important to know. Here I have an assignments page as well. Spanish 1, here's where I will post my assignments. And like I said, we will go over this, how to incorporate all of this into your own website. And I know it looks like a lot right now, but I promise you that you will set up your own classroom, and with practice, you'll be able to customize it to your liking. So first things first is you are going to want to go to Google Sites. Now you can, mine already should pop up here. If I click on my little waffle, and it does not, but that's okay. So what we want to do is go to Google, and you can actually just put Google. Mine comes up, Google Sites, or Google Sites New. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and just for time purposes, I'm going to show you Google Sites, and they'll come up. The really important thing is you want to use the new Google Sites, okay? So you want to click on this, and if you're not logged into your Google account, it's going to ask you, but we're just going to assume that you're logged in. So once you click on that, it's going to take you to a page to where you have mine already set up here. You can actually do class portfolio, restaurant, whatever you want to build your site. Clearly, this is a classroom setup. So if you click on this template, the class on here, it's going to take you to a template that's pretty much set up for you. Now, it's not custom. You can customize it by clicking on things and around, but it kind of gives you an idea to where if you like this, you can, click on this, change the image. So it sets it up for you so you can edit it, which is really nice if you want that. Let's say that, but for this time, I'm going to go ahead and just show you that if you don't click on the class one, then we're going to start off with a blank one. And this is what you will see when you have this blank page. Okay. So here it is. You can tell it's a blank canvas. The first thing that we want to do is we want to go ahead and put your name, the page name. So we're going to click on that, and I'm going to put Ms. Gutierrez. So you can put whatever you want. You can even edit it on here and make it bigger to fit. The fun stuff to where you can edit it. You can highlight here and make it bold. Do a heading. Pretty much anything on here. Italicize, center it, and so forth. So we have the name. Next thing is, let's say we want to play around with the background. You can click on change image. You can upload your own image. So let's say that you create an emoji, you can create a cool background, but I'm going to show you how to select an image on here just from online or the gallery that's on here. So here it's like where you can create your vibe. What do you want your classroom really to kind of look like? We can search around for different designs, and really there's just so many. But for this one, let's go ahead and let's say that I want to search and I want to do a marble effect, kind of like the demo one that I showed you. So it's going to show different images, and I'm going to go with this background. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click select, and it adds it on there for you. Awesome. Another cool thing is that you can actually go ahead and customize to where you can click here themes, and you have different themes. So let's say I want to click diplomat here, or you want to have this one, different colors as well. It's kind of like a nice aesthetically pleasing color. And then you have different, so you can kind of play around with it as you like. Okay, so now we're here. The next thing that I want to do is I'm going to add a text box under here because I want to show and talk about what my class description is. So I'm going to click on here, and I have actually a little cheat sheet on here that I've created, my syllabus. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this from my syllabus. Just copy and click on my, here we go. So that's kind of on here. Hey, welcome to class. This is what my Spanish class is really my introduction will be. It's like a welcome. You can set it up as like. So here's one way you can have it just kind of on there. On the original demo, I'm actually going to delete this, and I'm going to show you how we can add different layouts. So I'm sorry if that was confusing, but on here, I'm going to click this one where it gives me an image that I can actually have an option of adding a video or an image, and then again my text box. So I'm going to paste. So there I have my welcome again, and then I'm going to add on here, and I'm going to add a video. So I'm going to click the YouTube video, and I already have my YouTube set up. And I have one on here that's Spanish lessons introduction. So I really want that one to be the first one that I have for my students to see. So as my introduction to my classes, so I'm going to click on the URL, I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to click the URL, I'm going to paste, search just to verify that it's the correct one, click on Max Select, and then here it is. So now I have I can kind of move it around. I have my introduction video, and I also have my little text box there. You don't always have to have a text box. Of course, this is all to you, how you want to customize it. I like to have a video. You can have an image on there if you want as well. Okay, next thing on here, let's say that I want to add a little divider. So I'm going to click on divider right here. As you can see, you have a lot of different things you can do. So we're going to add a divider just to separate the top from the bottom there. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to add another text box. And here's where I'm going to put my contact information. This is for parents, for kiddos, if they just happen to forget my email that they don't have. And like I said, I have my little syllabus on here that I kind of just copy and paste, but okay, that you can do that. But let's just say, hey, email Spanish@3.com. How about my phone? 123, not my actual phone, but my school phone. 4567, extension, whatever. Another way you can actually put your office hours on here if you like. You can put 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Awesome. Yay. Okay, so we have this contact information. If you remember from my demo video, I actually had this layout where it gives me the option of creating an image, but also a text box. So here I'll show you what that looks like. This part right here. And really the image allows me to import my Bitmojis just to personalize it a little bit more. But again, this is my style. You do not have to do this. You do not have to use this template. This is based on what I want to work on for my class in the future. It works for me. Okay, so the next thing I want to do now is I want to go ahead and I want to add pages. So this is where we can add these tabs. Here we can have about, calendar, assignments, and resources, and really anything that you want to pretty much customize your website to be. So pages, we have our home page, which is this one. I'm going to click on this icon right here to add. It'll say new page. And the first one I want to add is about. Okay, so we have about, there's this. And then from here, we can add subpages. So we're going to click on the 3 dots and we're going to add a subpage. So here's where you can add within a page different options. So here's where I have the about me. I'm going to add another one that has my Spanish 1. And then I'm going to add another one that has my Spanish 3 because I teach these different levels on here. Like again, you can, if you different levels of biology or math, you can customize it at that point. So as you can see on here, when I hover over the about, it has me at Spanish 1 and Spanish 3. So I'm going to show you the me page, and I'm going to show you how I set this up, just to show you different layouts. I went ahead and I'm going to click on this one that gives me the 3 little mountains, which pretty much means you can add 3 videos or 3 images, and then you can see a description box under. So I'm going to click on this. And here's where I'm going to add pictures that I have already pretty much set up for me. My travel picture. So, I love my dog and I want to show them, hey, this is my dog. A little bit about me. So, of course, I'm going to show my doggo. Pictures of my family on here. If you double click, you can actually move it to where it fits what you like. And then I'm going to upload another one. And let's see, what do I want to add? My travel one. So center it on there, just double click on it. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put on here, Enzo, meet my big puppy, Enzo, yada yada yada. This is Colombia because this is where my family is at. So I'm going to put, I love visiting my family in Colombia. And then here, travel. I love to travel and I love nature. So that's kind of on there. Got a little carried away, but that's about me. And then we can go ahead and then at this point edit these pages. So here I have Spanish 1. Here's where I put my syllabus information that I've already created, and I'm going to put for Spanish 1 my course description. So I'll copy and then I will pretty much paste it on here. But before I can paste, remember we're going to need to insert a text box. So we're going to click on text box, right click, and paste. And here's Spanish 1. I have course description. Of course, you can add, materials that you need for this class, expectations, pretty much related to your class. And I'm going to add my title on here just to show you. So I can really play around with this here. We can go to my Spanish 3 and I will do the same, insert descriptions. But now we want to go ahead and I want to add another page. And this page, pretty much you click in here, is going to be calendar. And I want to show you guys how you can add your calendar. That would be really useful. So because I do have 2 different courses, 2 different levels, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing and add my 2 different subpages. So I'll click on add subpage and I'm going to do S1 Spanish 1. Done. And then I'm going to click on here again and I'm going to put S1 Spanish 3. Actually, I'm going to do S3. And the reason I do this is I'll show you in a little bit. When you want to add and kind of connect the links, it'll help you when you have this to show you, hey, this is Spanish 3. So this is just kind of a little tip that I used on here, but actually I don't want this one. Okay, so we have our calendars. And here, I'm going to go to my Spanish 1 because that's what we're going to be working on. I'm going to go to insert. I'm going to change this one actually on there, the title. For every page, you can customize it. You can change a different image. You can do that on here. So what I want to show you guys is how you can add and connect your calendar, your Google Calendar. So we're going to go to Calendar, and it'll give you options on here. Which one do I want to connect? Well, this is Spanish 1, so I want to go ahead and click on Spanish 1, and I'm going to insert. And it's going to give you this here of agenda. Well, I really like the option of, when we see this, we're going to click on, actually let me go back. We're going to click on this image settings, then we're going to go to agenda on here at the bottom, and you can do weekly or you can do monthly. I'm going to do the month because I wanted to show me. We're going to click done, the month of our events or any assignments that we have upcoming. Okay, so this is all connected with Google Classroom. So if you have any assignments in Google Classroom, they will show up just like I have one on here that I made specifically for this demo. It will be set up on here. And this is all visible to your students. Okay, so we have that Google Calendar on there. And I can go ahead and go to my Spanish 3 and I can do the same thing. Click on Calendar and I will click Spanish 3. And I will click on Insert. Let's go back to the settings. We're going to go down to our month, click done, and make it bigger. Extended, you can add more on here. I'm going to go back to my Spanish 1 since that's the one we're working on. I can actually click on this one, and I'm going to add a text box under, paste it. And I will click on it and make it centered. Okay. Just as a guide for your kiddos to say, hey, click on here, assignments. When I publish this, it'll be clickable and it'll direct them on there. Okay, so now we have our home page. We have our About Me, Spanish 1, different levels. We have our calendar. Now we're going to click and we're going to go back to our pages and we're going to create an assignment. So assignments, page on there. And of course, because, oh, hey, you know, it's a little bigger. Let's make it a little bigger. There we go. Because I do have different levels, I'm going to show you once again. We're going to make a subpage, and I'm going to create S1, Spanish 1. And we're going to subpage again from that one, and we're going to do S3, Spanish 3. Okay, so now that we have our tab for assignments, specifically Spanish 1, Spanish 3, I'm going to go ahead for each one, because you can always click a subpage or click and then make a subpage of anything. So I'm going to click specifically Spanish 1, and I'm going to make a subpage, add a subpage about that, okay? And what I want to do is I'm going to specifically write S1, and I will write August 17th through the 21st, okay? And you're going to see why I'm doing that. I'm going to click again, and I'm going to add S1, August, the second week of August. Let's say it's 24th through the 28th. Okay. Now, for this purpose, I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to show you how to add on here. So let's say we have another level. So we have my Spanish 3. I'm going to put S3, August. If I can spell, that would be great. Through 21st. And then I'm going to do another sub on here. And I just want to show you why it helps to put the S3 and S1 on there. Save you some time and some confusion. All right, so as you can see on here, we have different levels, but the same dates, clearly different weeks. Okay, so when we go on here, assignments, S1, it's going to give you the tab. Hey, oh, hey, Spanish 1, specifically that week. Okay, so here's where you can write specifically what the kiddos did that week. Now, when we go to the assignments page, which is an actual page on here, there's something that you can click. And we want to go ahead and make a text box here, okay? And I'm going to write, click on the appropriate level, define assignments and instructions, okay? So I have that. And I'm going to add Spanish 1 and Spanish 3 because those are the ones that I have. Those are the courses that I have. Okay, I'm going to make this, no, this is not what I want. I'm going to make it back in the middle. I want to make this bigger, make it into a title. And these ones, I do want them to be bigger. So we'll do heading and then we can make them bold. Okay, so like I said, this is all customized to where you want whatever color. We can play around with it here. But I'm going to click on this and I am going to click on insert link and it's going to give me different options. I'm going to click S1 Spanish 1, apply, and then this one I'm going to click on Spanish 3 and I'm going to link it to my S3 Spanish 3. Do I want to do, yes, S3 Spanish 3. Okay, there we go. So now when we click on this, it's going to take us specifically to page. Okay, so now we have specifically Spanish 1, okay? And that's what we want. So when we go to assignments, we go to here. We're going to go to our S1. Now we're going to go to our weekly information and assignments. So I'm going to show you different ways that you can set up your assignments on here. And like I said, this is all based on how you like it. Okay, so now that we have set up our assignments, we have this page where the kids can go ahead and click on whatever level they are at or whatever class you want them to be at. Now we have Spanish 1 on here, okay? So Spanish 1, here is where we have this tab where, once again, it's important. It could be S1, it could be B1, whatever you want to identify each level. It's going to help you when you start linking each page, which is the reason why I did this in front of it, especially when it comes to dates and if you have different levels. So we have S1 on here. And let's go ahead and I'm going to show you how to add 2 different formats of setting your instructions or your assignments for that week. So you can click on this layout and it'll give you an option of a video and also a text box. I'm going to click on this one, but I already have a link video. So let's say that I want to teach them. This is my video of numbers. I'm going to copy that link. And I'm going to click on here. It'll give me different options. You can add an image, whatever you want. Specifically, I want to add a video. I'm going to click on paste the link. Search, yep, numbers. That's what I want. And it'll show me on here, okay? So let's say that for this week on Monday, lunes, okay, I want the students to, on here, I want them to watch the following video, okay? Now, let's say that I want them to complete a worksheet. So numbers worksheet, and I'll show you how to link it. And then maybe I want them to visit this web page. So website, url.com, whatever website you want on here, you can link it as well. Okay, so I already have a worksheet that I want them to complete and use, okay? So it could be interactive, whatever you want. This one's just for pronunciation. So I'm going to click on share and I'm going to click on copy the link because I want specifically that link copied. Now here's a trick that I want to show you. It's going to save you a lot of time and heartache when it comes to emails from the kiddos. You're going to highlight the numbers worksheet and you're going to click on this link. So that link we just copied, I'm going to paste it. And here it says edit and sharing, okay? So the students will need to you're going to need to grant them access. But a really cool trick is we're going to delete that part and we're going to type copy. So here, I'll show you what that looks like. When kids click on that and copy, it's going to direct them to a page where they just make a copy on there. They do not need to edit anything else on there. It saves you a lot of time and honestly, a lot of time on there. Just make a copy and they'll be able to make the copy there. Okay, so this is one way that you can display your assignments like I have on here. I'm going to show you another way that you can do it. You can do it very specifically like this, or you can add another layout on here, and I will go ahead and add these two. I can insert and from my drive, so let's say that I want to add a Google Slides that I have already made. So I have my virtual classroom that I've created with my Bitmoji, and those are freaking adorable. So I have a video on how to make your own one there. So this one is a way that it takes them to the slides, and they have already in there specifically activities, watch a video. So it's all in one place instead of writing it each in detail here, which you can. This is just another format that they will click on here and they will go to the slides, and the slides will direct them exactly to what they need to do slide by slide. Okay, so that's one way that you can do on there, and I can click on, I can write on here, I'll go ahead and paste that on there. Review slides and complete. I'm going to copy that because I'm going to show you how to do another one here. So I can click on here and I can actually add another from my drive, another slide that I have specifically that's interactive, and it's a Sarah versus a star. So to be or not to be. So this one is another slide that they can go through and learn on there and kind of go over it, that I have it interactive with games that they can do. So really the difference between this one up here is I have it more detailed in the link on here that what I want them to do. Here it's all in one Google Slides, and if you're familiar with virtual Google Slides classrooms, I will post a link below that you can create your own. I go over the tutorial how you can create your own, and it's a cool little resource all in one that the students just look at the slides, they'll watch a video that's already in there. It has links to Quizlets, to different things that I want all in one. So this is two different ways that you can present your lessons weekly already on here. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to go ahead to my Spanish 1. And I want to have my kiddos to be able to click when they go into Spanish 1 each week. So I'm going to insert a text box and I'm going to show you what I mean. You can click on week 1 or type week 1, August 17th through the 21st. And then week 2, August 24th through the 28th. Okay. So here I can hover and highlight this, and I can link it to specifically that page. So once again, that's why it's really important when you write S1, B1, whatever you want on here, that's the same one, because you don't want to get confused on, okay, which one do I want, August 1721, or is this one? It's just going to save you some time. So S1, I know specifically is their Spanish 1, and I'm going to link it to that one. And then I'm going to do the same thing for week 2, and I'm going to link and find my S1 for this one, August 24th through the 28th. Okay. So now when the kids go to assignments and they go to Spanish 1, they're going to go on here and they're going to say, okay, I missed week 1. Hey, let me go to week 1, and it takes them specifically to the page that has the lessons for that week. So here you go for this one. All right, guys, we are almost done with our page on here. And like I said, this will get easier as you go through it. You'll be able to set up your own classroom and customize it, your own website, the way that you like it. Okay, so we have this one. We have home, we have about, we have the calendar, we have assignments. Now the last one that I have on here is resources, and I'm going to show you how to add these on here. These are the ones that I use for my Spanish classes that I have the kiddos directly go to that. So we have on here, we're going to go back to our pages, and we're going to add another page, and it's going to be titled resources on there. Okay, see, here's a mistake that I made. I had clicked on this one, and you don't want that because it'll add it. So, yay, we're learning. You see how it's under this one, S1? That's not what I want. So I'm glad I made that mistake so I can show you guys how to not do that. What I want to do is I want to go to home and click on that. And I'm actually going to click on new page. So now it says new page. Now we're going to add resources. Okay, and I should do the tab. Okay, so there's the resources, and I want to go ahead and move it all the way down to my last one. So instead of being here, it's right here, and you can just move it around however you like. Okay, so I have my resources, and I'm going to show you just kind of what I had on the demo. I have these three. I went ahead and I downloaded images before I started making this demo. So I'm going to click on upload of pictures that I already have, and it should be on here under documents and Google Classroom. I have my Duolingo, and then I'm going to upload another one, and I'm going to upload my Spanish dictionary, and I'm going to upload another one, which is my YouTube page that the kiddos can go to. So Duolingo, Spanish dictionary, and then this one is Spanish videos, and they're specifically my videos. So you can link each one of these ones on here, and these are the ones that I do. Duolingo, I can write a description on here. I can write Spanish dictionary, use only this as a translation resource, not Google Translate. So pretty much anything you want on there. Okay, so I'm going to click on Duolingo on the image, and it's going to give me this link, and I'm going to go to the actual page, and I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste the link and apply. So now when the students click on it, they'll go directly to that page. I'm going to do the same thing for Spanish dictionary. I'm going to copy that link, and I'm going to click on this image and link it. Apply, and the same thing for my videos. I'm going to go to my Spanish lessons to where it's specifically that playlist, and I'm going to go ahead and click on here and link, and there we go. It'll take them to that point. Okay guys, so at this point we already have our home, about, everything down here that we wanted. I mean, you can always clearly at this point make more, but I think I've showed you pretty much. So now we're at the point where we are going to share this, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so to share, pretty much, you can actually click on here, share with others. So let's say that you are wanting to share this with another colleague that maybe teaches the same level, same courses as you do. You can do that to where they can actually be also an admin and be able to edit and change things on there. So that's an option that you can do. I don't, so for that purpose, I'm not going to do that right now, but you can, when you're ready to publish your website, you can go to publish, and you can pretty much add your own web address. So this one is a demo, and I'm going to click on demo CGG, maybe, I don't know. Okay, we're going to do that, and who can view my site. You can actually, so it says anyone on here, but you can manage, and you can click on whoever, you can click on the group of students, so groups, the classes, so it's only shareable to them, and specifically anyone you want on there. You can also, another setting for safety, you can click on here, it says request public search engines do not display my site. So pretty much anyone that doesn't have your URL cannot see it. Okay, so that's really important on there if you want to keep this private just for your students and your courses. So here I made this, and I'm going to go ahead and publish it. And you can always edit anything you've published. You just always have to make sure that you click on publish before you view the end product, so you can make sure that it's saved in. I'm going to click on here, and let's just go ahead and view the published site. You can see other settings on here, but view the published site, and we're going to see what we worked on. So we have our home page, we have our video, we have our things on here, we have whereabouts, about me, our calendar is on here specifically to, Spanish 1, Spanish 3, whatever levels. We have our assignments. Kids can click on Spanish 1. Hey, it's Spanish 1. I missed week 2, so let's go see what happens in week 2. Nothing. So let's go to week 1. And here is our different formats of setting and displaying our assignments. Okay, guys, this is the conclusion of this. I really hope that this was useful. I know times are very uncertain right now, but this is just a way that you can kind of prepare all your information. I really enjoy this because it's a way that parents can also view this. And a great one that they're going to enjoy, a great resource, is a calendar. They are able to see on here what assignments are upcoming for their students and any events. You can even connect this to your school events. So if you have any specific dates, it'll show up there. You can link anything that you followed on there as well that's important for your students and your parents to know. And of course, parents, will like to know what assignments are coming up. So really, there's no lack of communication on here. It is all on here that is connected. And like I said, if you are familiar with Google Classroom, this will be an added bonus. It's just going to organize and really aesthetically pleasing as well, to where you have everything in one. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please leave them down below and I will answer them in a timely manner. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and have a great day, guys.